See, I think there are three kinds of people. There are winners, people that know who they are, know what they want, know their potential, know what the possibilities for their lives, and they go out and they take life on. And then there are far more other people, and those are the losers in life. They don't know who they are. They've set themselves up to be losers. Circumstances, events, various experiences have shaped this image of themselves. They draw hard times and bad luck to themselves. They feel that it's hopeless and no sense in trying to change it. But then there's another group, and that's who you are. I think you're in this group. And this group are winners who have not discovered the keys that will enable them to unlock some new opportunities for themselves, some new experiences for themselves. These are people who they're winners. They know that they are, but they're out of alignment. They're out of sync with themselves. They just need some twerking, just need some coaching, just need to make some adjustments here and there. Just need to be given an opportunity, just need a little help, a little assistance. And often they're gone.
I was in Grenada, the Caribbean island, and I had an epiphany. I remember back in the day, I was listening to some news like an MMA podcast or something, and I found out that Tito Ortiz used to be an MMA fighter, had dated and married Jenna Jameson, the ex-porn star. And I remember thinking about this and wondering what the hell was Tito Ortiz doing? It wasn't that, the bad thing wasn't that she was an ex-porn star. The thing is that she just didn't seem to have a good disposition. She wasn't a nice person. I mean, from my point of view anyways. She didn't seem to be a nice person. And she caused Tito Ortiz a lot of hardships. He had to go to court all the time. He was fighting custody battles for his children. And I was wondering, why would Tito Ortiz get with such a crazy, shady woman? I'd actually met Tito Ortiz in a nightclub, and people said Tito Ortiz, he had a shtick when he went into MMA fights, like he was an asshole or something. But I met the dude in a nightclub, and the dude was like really cool, man. You could tell that when he was performing inside the MMA cage, that's all it was a performance. He later admitted that in the news. He wanted to create a name for himself, so he copied some wrestling personalities. But anyways, I digress. Basically, Tito Ortiz was a good dude. And then here recently, he was talking to a psychiatrist about the problems that he had in his life. And the psychiatrist just told him one day, he said, look, man, you know why you got with Jenna Jameson? It was like, he said, because you were trying to save your mother. He's like, quit trying to save your mother. And it made all the sense in the world, because in Tito Ortiz's young adult life, his mother was a drug addict. She basically had the same temperament and the same attitude of Jenna Jameson. So what Tito Ortiz thought he could do, subconsciously, he didn't even realize it, he got with another woman just like his mother, and then he tried to save her like most men do. And that got me thinking. I remember watching this and thinking, dude, like, how could he not notice that this was what he was doing? How could he not notice that he was creating the same issues that he had came upon in his young adult life? And then I started thinking about my own life. And then I started thinking about my own actions. And I had done something similar. When I was younger, and in the group home that my dad created to help wayward young male teens, there were times where I was thinking to myself, all these kids need is a little bit of direction. They just need a little bit of help, and it would turn them around. However, this was not the case for most of them. Most of them went on to commit crimes, sell drugs, gangs, the whole nine, end up in jail. But I took that with me. And after a while, this happened when I was in Grenada, actually, when I was thinking about it. My whole life, I've been trying to save these wayward boys. I see some of the things that other men do, and I could tell it's leading them down the wrong path. More on that later. And I've been consistently trying to save them to no avail, because it's never going to work. Just like how Tito Ortiz was trying to change Jenna Jameson, which it never worked. She just got crazier and crazier. So too, I would see issues with certain other people, and I would try to save them. And doing so, I was taking time and energy away from myself. So that's what I noticed, and this is what I wanted to make this video. And let me bring my notes up here. I wanted to title this video, "You Cannot Save Them. Save Yourself." Now, in the beginning of this video, you heard Les Brown, a motivational speaker, talk about the 3 types of people that he believes exist in the world. The winners, the guys that really don't need any help. They just automatically go on their path to attain success. You have 2, the losers, who don't believe in themselves. Everything in their life is just crap. And then you have 3, the third group, the winners who don't really know how to win. They just need a little bit of extra help, and they're on their way to becoming a success themselves. Now let's talk about the reasons why it is a waste of time trying to change the second group of people. The number one main reason why I think you're wasting your time is because of the dominance hierarchy. People love to compete with one another. And for many, most would like nothing more than to prove that they are better than you. Here's what I wrote about not talking about success that illustrates what I think about the dominance hierarchy. Do not talk about success with people, period. Do not talk about your ambitions, your progress, and your achievements. People subscribe to a dominance hierarchy, and if they feel like they're falling behind, whether consciously or subconsciously, they will sabotage you. And that is not to say anything about the racial social hierarchy. So, number 2 of the reasons why you're wasting your time trying to change people. People have low self-esteem. Life has a tendency to beat people down, and once these people have accepted that they are not worthy, there is nothing you can say or do to pick them up. They have already resigned themselves to the fact that they will be a failure for the rest of their lives, a casualty of the world we are living in. I wanted to leave you guys with a clip from the motivational speaker Eric Thomas, in which he discusses why you should save yourself before worrying about other people. If you like this video, like, subscribe, support other MGTOW channels, and here he is.
It's your turn. There's nothing wrong. You don't owe nobody nothing. It's your turn You shouldn't feel guilty. It's your turn. It's your time. You've blessed everybody else. You've set everybody else for success. You've compromised you for them, and look where you are. It's time for you. And don't you know that the best thing you could do for them is to be the best version of you? Don't you understand that? That you're not helping them by not being the best version of you? The only way you're really going to bless them is to be the best you can be. So here's my last one. Have a seat. Here's my last one. So I told you the who and why. This is important. This is important, guys. This is important. I need when you leave this room, pray for. You know what to do. You know who you need to be. Now you need to pray for the drive to get it done.